Myles Garrett is in fact being traded to the Los Angeles Rams.
Well, we've heard their motto about screwing picks, draft picks, not caring about them, and they're going to send.
They can't keep getting away with this.
Blockbuster, bombshell, blown away. They're not words that accurately portray how massive this June 1st Myles Garrett trade is.
Facts.
Buxom. There it is. That's the B word I was looking for.
I don't know what buxom is.
Buxom.
That might be what buxom means, but let me tell you something. This is a trade that proves that AFC general managers are stupid and NFC general managers are smart. Seen it time and time again. AFC might have the better quarterbacks, but AFC does not know how to surround the quarterbacks with talent at all. Look at the Chargers. Come on now. This is a perfect example of that. Prime time. Look at the Ravens. Even look at the Chiefs. Come on, bro. If all they've accomplished, this is what you surround Patrick Mahomes with. But the NFC, they're going to load up talent right now. The Eagles, the Rams, the Bears, the Cowboys. They're going to get talent right now and try to make a run for it.
And that might be one I remember for a while.
This is a full-bosomed NFL trade. It's juicy, the kind that rarely happens on June 1st, and we may be getting two in 2026.
A.J. Brown is being traded to the
Philadelphia
Eagles. It's going to be for a 2028.
I'm glad he's out the division, though.
Pick.
Out the
It's also
NFC.
going to be for a 2027.
I can't be mad at that.
Round pick.
The Cleveland Browns
I don't
are
believe
sending
in Drake, man.
two-time Defensive Player
I
of
don't.
the Year Myles Garrett to the Los Angeles Rams in exchange for former Defensive Rookie of the Year VARSE, a 2027 first-round pick, a 2028 second-rounder, and a 2029 third-rounder. That's
Now, I think I know why they did this, because the Browns feel like they're going to be going in a slight rebuild mode. They're not making a run for the championship this year. So they traded them out the division so they can get rid of them. And then also give them to a team that has somebody that's younger, but not just as good, but just pretty good, VARSE. And then you also, you know what I'm saying, go get a first-round pick, second-round pick, third-round pick. You know, I think that's the best, because VARSE is an all-pro. You can't act like he's not young. He's like 28, still an all-pro. Can't be mad at that, but I feel like Myles Garrett, he just wanted to leave. The Browns were never going to win anything.
all according to a Monday report from the ESPN Insider Super Trio of Ian Rappaport, Tom Pelissero, and Adam Schefter. Nobody is more happy about this trade, though, than Joe Burrow, whose live reaction was caught on camera here.
No, definitely. For sure. For sure. Lamar, too.
I'm kidding. This was actually his reaction.
Remind me to clean these sheets later.
Okay, I'll remind you.
Not only do they look alike, they're equally physically durable. Boom. Roasted. So, the Rams get the best pass rusher on planet Earth, and the Browns get a very good young edge player in VARSE, plus some draft capital.
Right,
And
to rebuild.
Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, and Shedeur Sanders can all rest a little more easily at night. This trade is bigger than the A.J. Brown trade and will overshadow it, but I wanted to dive in and break down who really won the Myles Garrett trade today here on That's Good Sports.
I mean, if we're talking about who really won the Myles Garrett trade, I feel like it's pretty obvious to say that the Rams won. Yes, they traded away their picks, but they always trade away their picks. That's how they won the first Super Bowl, is by trading away their picks. That's why they haven't had any first-round picks. That's why it was such a controversy that they used their first-round pick in years, their first-round pick in years that they've had to draft a quarterback. But they did that because they knew they were going to make this move, not have one next year, and they needed someone to transition after Stafford. So I honestly like the moves they're making. The moves that the Browns are making right now are very questionable. I know it's the first year of a new regime. You always got that problem. Then you got Shedeur, Dylan Gabriel, Deshaun Watson, and Taylor Green, all pretty much competing, but it's really just Shedeur and Watson. Then also on the back end, you got Dylan Gabriel, who's not getting any PT, but also you just drafted him last year, so you're going to trade him, but you already ruined his tradability because everyone knows he's garbage and can't do anything. It gets pretty bad. So I feel like the Rams won as an overall organization, their willingness to compete and win for a Super Bowl and their long-term future, because Myles Garrett is definitely going to stay in LA for at least 3 to 4 more years. So they're good. They're pretty much good.
I'm Brandon Perna, and if you don't subscribe, my wife has 1 million subscribers, and I believe her. Will help. Will help.
I already did. You good, partner? I already did that. You don't have to worry about any of that. I already showed you some love. You know, it ain't nothing to show a player some love. I already did that because I'm reacting to your video. Shout out Good Time Sports.
Just please come back for AJ.
Who would have thought that the A.J. Brown trade would be the minor of the two trades that came down today?
And a quick reminder, if you're in Denver on June 3rd, Tom Grossi and I are...
We're not doing that. We want to talk about the trades. Please tell me about the trades, sir. Please, please.
The one big reason that, say, the Steelers, Ravens, or Bengals didn't want to play the Browns was Myles Garrett, and now he's gone. Now, according to every source on earth, the Rams aggressively pursued Myles Garrett after Cleveland modified his contract in March to push back his option bonuses, making the trade a financial possibility. Even though the Browns initially insisted they would not move the best defensive player in franchise history, they softened once the Los Angeles Rams agreed to include the 25-year-old VARSE, who has recorded 12 sacks over the past 2 seasons. And I have to imagine Mr. VARSE is having a hell of a start to the week right now. The biggest loser is probably VARSE in this situation. Chiefs receiver.
I mean, not really for VARSE. It's a loss because you're going from the Rams to the Browns. But the Browns aren't what the Browns used to be. The Browns are a better organization now. They're trying to compete. They're trying to win. They're trying to build something special over there. And it can be a big part of that young core over there, what they got with him, Shador, Mason Graham. They still got some nice guys over there on offense that they just drafted and defense that they just drafted. So I honestly like it. Personally, you call me a hater, say whatever you want to say, but I think the Browns are making right moves for the future. It's just you got to be ready for the future. You have to play in Cleveland. I know no one wants to play in Cleveland, but yeah.
Rice will be out of jail in 25 days, but VARSE is about to do 2 to 3 hard years in the dog pound, which is worse than a jail. There's always going to be a little bit of shock when a player of this caliber gets traded, and I'm not sure we've ever seen a non-quarterback player of this importance or value ever get dealt, with all due respect to Khalil Mack and Micah Parsons. But it's not the least bit surprising that the team to make this deal is, of course, the Rams. They made that league-altering massive trade for Matthew Stafford in 2021. They added Jalen Ramsey, Odell Beckham Jr., and Von Miller that year. And of course, just this offseason, they spent another first-rounder to acquire Trent McDuffie from the Chiefs. Honestly,
the Rams are ready for a Super Bowl right now, and I think they know this. That's why they gave Stafford the 2-year deal, because they know Stafford got at least 2 to 3 more good years left in him, maybe 1 to 2, depending on how things go this season. And they're trying to make that run for a Super Bowl right now. They almost did it last year. Whatever happened is cool. You know, they messed up. They lost to the Seahawks. They almost lost to the Bears. But now with the Myles Garrett confirmation, and you also got Trent McDuffie, and you got Puka still, and you got Devontae Adams, and you still got Matthew Stafford. Oh yeah, they're going for the Super Bowl. They're going for it all. And I honestly don't think that any team really has the firepower to stop them, because the Seahawks have a chance, but Sam Darnold versus Matt Stafford and Myles Garrett taking the Rams. Then you got the 49ers. Joey Bosa isn't who he used to be, so who you got on defensive line for them? Yeah, I got Myles Garrett. I'm also taking them. So it's not too many people. The Eagles are cooked, depending on how Devontae Smith does this season. So I really, really believe in the fact that the Rams are definitely going to the Super Bowl next year. Now, I'm going to have to put some money up on that, because it's looking really like that right now. It's looking like the Rams are the team to beat. And I feel like the Rams cannot be beaten unless there's a team out there that has just as much firepower, and I just don't see it.
A great player on your team right now, you should be having fucking nightmares that Les Snead is in the process of stealing him from your team. You stay the fuck away from PS2, Les. I know how you lurk in the shadows, you sneaky son of a bitch. Part of me thinks we're minutes away from hearing that Aiden Hutchinson's a Ram, as well as JSN and Brock Bowers. And somehow Reuben Bain, too. Aaron Donald's probably coming out of retirement.
He might.
The Rams are just crazy.
He might. Aaron Donald might come out of retirement. He's already been teasing it. He's already posted something on his Instagram with the caption "ready" and it said with the song "I'm not done yet." And he's also been talking to some reporters and say he's trying to light back up that fire. I feel like he's gonna do it. AD comes back, light up the Rams for a Super Bowl win. Just line them up for a Super Bowl.